Hello students, today we are going to study the last type of reaction, that is oxidation reduction reaction. Together we can say it is redox reaction. So first of all you need to know what is oxidation and what is reduction. Oxidation is nothing but the addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. Reduction is nothing but the opposite, that is the addition of hydrogen to a substance or removal of oxygen from a substance. Okay. If this happens together in a reaction, that type of reaction is called redox reaction. So let's see the example. When copper oxide is heated with hydrogen, then copper metal and water are formed. Look at here. Here it is copper oxide. When it heat with the hydrogen, what happens? From copper oxide, oxygen is removed. So the removal of oxygen is called reduction. And what happens to hydrogen? Hydrogen has taken one oxygen from copper oxide. Okay, so that when the hydrogen turns to water, there what happens? One oxygen is taken. Addition of oxygen is taken by hydrogen. So that time hydrogen undergo oxidation. So who undergo reduction? Copper oxide undergo reduction. Okay, and who undergo oxidation? Hydrogen undergoes oxidation because from hydrogen has taken one oxygen from copper oxide. Okay, look at this reaction. In this reaction you can see that both oxidation and reduction has taken place in a single reaction, right? Look at here. When hydrogen sulfate reacts with chlorine, then sulfur and hydrogen chloride are obtained. Look at here. From hydrogen sulfide, what happens? Hydrogen is removed. You have already learned that process of removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. So that hydrogen sulfide undergo oxidation. What happens to chlorine? Yes, chlorine has taken one hydrogen. So you have learned addition of hydrogen is reduction. Okay, so both oxidation and reduction has taken place in a single reaction. So this type of reaction is called redox reaction. Okay, now I hope that you understood what is oxidation and what is reduction. So the addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen, that is called oxidation. Either addition of hydrogen or removal of oxygen is called reduction. Okay, now let's see the next example. When zinc oxide is heated with carbon, then zinc metal and carbon monoxide are formed. Look at this reaction. In this reaction, look at here. From zinc oxide, oxygen is removed and zinc is separated. So oxygen is removed so that it is reduction. And carbon has taken the oxygen. So addition of oxygen is called oxidation. Oxidation can be either addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen. You have seen the example for these two. Okay, either addition of oxygen or removal of hydrogen is called oxidation, or either removal of oxygen or addition of hydrogen is called reduction. So both can have the opposite nature, that addition of oxygen and removal of oxygen is taking place together means it is redox reaction. Okay.
You must have observed that iron particles shine when they are in a new state. However, they get coated with a reddish-brown powder when left for some time. Do you know what is this process of coating called? This process is commonly known as rusting of iron. Apart from iron, there are some other metals which get tarnished in this manner. Have you ever noticed the color of the coating formed on copper and silver? When a metal is attacked by substances, such as moisture, acids, etc. It is said to be corroded, and this process is called as corrosion. The black coating on silver and the green coating on copper are other examples of corrosion. Corrosion causes damage to car bodies, bridges, iron railings, ships, and to other objects made of metals, especially those of iron. Students, corrosion of iron is a serious problem. Every year, an enormous amount of money is spent to replace damaged iron. Have you ever tasted or smelt the fat or oil-containing food materials which have been left for a long time unused? These fats and oils which have been left for a long time unused get oxidized and become rancid. As a result, their smell and taste also changes. This process is called rancidity. Usually substances which prevent oxidation, also called as antioxidants, are added to foods containing fats and oil. Keeping food in airtight containers also helps in slowing down the process of oxidation. Do you know that chips manufacturers usually flush bags of chips with gases such as nitrogen so as to prevent the chips from getting oxidized?